Afternoon all, welcome to something a little bit different. As you can see, this is not Wales. Been unable to get down there this week, so decided to do a little bit of course fishing. Me and Tash came down here a couple of days ago. Unfortunately didn't catch anything, but we had the fish bubbling, going crazy, but just couldn't get a bite. So we fished a couple of hours the other day, so I've come down on my own for another go, hopefully to target the tench. I'm sure that's what was rooting around in the silt and causing the bubbles the other day. I'll drop a bit of footage if I'm able to zoom in on it and show it now, because they were going mad. I didn't catch anything. Anyway, so I've come back here today. Got a little bit of ground bait with some casters and maggots in, a little bit of pellet. Got some dendrobina worms to fish over the top of it. So hopefully I can tempt a tench or two on the float. Let's give it a go, eh? A little bit overcast today, but still pretty warm, so we'll hopefully get a chance or two. But it was tough the other day. I couldn't get a bite even though I had them fizzing like mad, so we shall try. But it'll be a nice few hours either way. I'm struggling here. There's a load of floating weed coming through, the wind's coming straight at me into this bay. So I'm struggling to get my float down, and there's a load of this sort of like cotton that's coming off the trees as well, which is clogging up my eyes and making casting extremely difficult, which is a shame because I've got a few bubbles coming up now from the tench, or what I'm hoping is the tench, but I'm struggling to get my bait down. We'll keep plugging away, hopefully I can get a chance or two. Really struggling getting through this fluff on the water. It's taking me like 10 minutes after every cast to get it off, to be able to recast. I'm not even sure my line's getting down. There's a few bubbles coming up behind the back of my float, so I think there's a chance, but I'm not even sure whether my bait's getting down through this floating weed and fluff and scum. So I might be pissing in the wind. Oh. Well, it doesn't quite make up for the big tench that I just lost, but it is a fish. Just. Well, just as I was thinking of calling it a day, the wind has picked up and started blowing straight into me, which has completely taken away all the floating weed and all the debris on top as well, this cottony horrible stuff that's clinging to the line. So as soon as that stopped, I had a tench straight away. At least I think it was a tench. Could have been a big perch, I suppose, but I've had like 3 little perch straight after in 3 consecutive casts. So at least I can present a bait clearly before this wind was blowing. I just wasn't getting my bait down to the bottom or through the weed or whatever. But at least now this wind's picked up a little bit, although it's a little bit tricky to cast and present a bait, it is getting down to where the fish are. So hopefully I can get a tench now. Right, come on, we're in the zone. I had a few more small perch, but this side wind is now making it very difficult to see bites. But at least I'm getting it down there now, so I'd rather have it this way than all the fluff and weed. It's me tench.
You got one?
Yeah, mate.
3.
Tench, I think.
Big tench right there.
Yeah, it's good one.
Look, my mates are fishing on there, around there. For carp.
You had anything?
This one.
Fucking kidding me. Oh God.
And
Oh no.
that your first one at day?
I had one earlier that I lost as well, but that was a lot bigger, that one. Oh, you're kidding me. Fucking hell.
Had that. Alright, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
The next one if you get one.
Cheers, pal. Absolutely wounded. Don't know how much my chest hand picked that up, but that was a really good fish. Like 6 or 7 pound easy. Absolutely devastated. Hook just pulled it. I'd fought it for like, a good few minutes. Nearly had it beat, and then the hook pulled. Devastated. Ah, absolutely wounded with that one. Looks like we might get a bit of rain. Few more perch, but no tench have attacked yet. I've actually stayed a fair bit longer than originally planned. But once you've lost a couple, can't go now till I get one on the bank. But they're not playing a game. I've had 2 tench bites all day. Been in about 6 hours now. Originally it was just going to be a couple of hours this afternoon, but yeah, I can't leave until Tench puts an appearance on the bank. But it's been pretty quiet for the last hour. Just had a couple of little perch. Why has it gone so dark now? yeah, just a couple of little perch in the last hour. Not seeing any bubbles or anything, so it's a bit quiet. Just put another couple of bars of ground bait in, so hopefully it'll entice them back in. Beginning to think that I might have missed my chance. Not had a bite now for over an hour. Just going for a little wander, see if there's anybody else about. Seen a couple of carp out here this afternoon. I think there's one guy over there in a tree somewhere, so he's definitely got a chance. Seen a couple of good fish this afternoon as well, so there are carp out there. But we want tench at the moment. Where are the tench? Obviously, should have landed that one before. Gutted about that. Really good fish. Oh, what are you gonna do? Just coming up to my mate's bench. Aggie's bench. What a view that is, eh? But we need some fish. The sun is getting lower. Where are they? Well, can't say I've not put the effort in today. I'm in about 9 hours now. Not had a bite for ages. So I don't know where they've gone to, but they certainly aren't here anymore. Probably Shoal moved out on some carp anglers baits, having an absolute beano. Because they certainly ain't here. I'm going to give it another 20 minutes. And then I've got to go on for my tea. Tempted to come back in the morning, but oh God, it's been a slog. Maybe. This might be the last of you see me, or I may be back in the morning. Who the hell even knows?